I did the craziest thing ever. I survived 100 days in Minecraft. Day 1. So I spawned into my nice little world, my nice new world. Of course, since I'm like a million blocks away from where you normally spawn, I was, in an area I've never been before. I started on a large chunk and gathered some wood from trees. And then eventually after that, I went to go loot the nearby villages. There were multiple. I didn't know that how many there were in the area, realizing later that there were like 50 villages in the area. Now, knowing that there was one, I decided to go there. In the first village that I looked around, something seemed to home me about it. And now I don't remember which village I looked at first, whether I looked at the one that was to the left of the spawn or to the right of the spawn. Yeah, I should have known that. I didn't know which one, but I think I did end up what's going on? Well, why is this taking me so long? Remember what happened. So, after looting that village, I went to the nearby village, the next village over, and I really liked it. But there was a house. There was a cleric's house that just felt as like home. Like there was something about that house that made me feel at home. So I decided to settle down there. Why not? I have nothing. I have no house, so I might as well settle there. I ended up doing that and got myself ready for night. Night of day 1, nothing much really happened. I don't remember. Then day 2 came along. At the time, I had completely written down what I wanted to do. And in day 1, all I really needed to do was get a house and make it feel at home. So day 2 was really consistent of collecting like iron. So I collected some iron and then, I literally spent all of day 2 collecting iron. Day 3, I brought it back up, smelted into stuff. I was not ready to go for diamonds for some reason. So for the entirety of day 3, I decided to build around my house to give me, a little tiny bit of extra protection for when night would fall again. And that's what I did. After that, on day 4, that was the day that I actually spent looking for iron. Day 2 was spent collecting tools, and looting another village. So day 4, I mined 33 iron, enough for 1 bucket, 1 pickaxe, and a full set of iron armor, and on top of that, a shield. Then day 5 rolled around. This was when things got fun. My plan was to make a raid farm because I am trash at Minecraft Hardcore mode. If I try, I knew that I was going to die if I didn't get protection. So I got protection. I started gathering resources for a auto pillager raid farm. Because I thought that seemed to be a really a really nice thing. They look good, they look weird, but they at least will keep me alive. So I got a little behind here. On day 5 and 6, I had to gather resources because the amount of resources that you need for one of these is huge. Also, shout out to Oink Oink for the tutorial. That was like the easiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then day 7, I built it up. Because I had to. So on day 7, I built it. I started building. And little did I know that was going to extend into day 11. So on day 7, I started building. Day 8, I was finishing up building. Day 9, I had to get a villager up there. Day 10, I was still trying to get a villager up there. Day 11, I finally got a villager up there. It took me that long just to get a villager. After eventually I did get the villager up there, I had to go looking for Bad Omen. That was going to be a fun thing, having to get the Bad Omen. So I spent into day 13 looking for an outpost until I found like about 1,000 blocks away. There was one. There was a thingy, an outpost. So I went over there, collected Bad Omen as soon as possible. Well, went back and did my first raid farming. I got 40 emeralds, I think, out of it, and 5 totems of undying. I think we're just going to call them Tows. So I collected 5 Tows, because T-O-U. So I collected 5 of those Tows, and put one in my inventory and got ready. Because I was going to need... it was going to be a fun thing doing all the rest of this work. Also, I want to take this time to please ask you guys to subscribe, because this video took me forever to make. It took almost a week just to do the first 50 days. And I have to do this all over again without dying too. So please consider subscribing. It's free, helps out a ton. And I heard if you press that gray button, you're an awesome person. Subscribe. So now that I had the Totem Undyings, or the Tows, I now had to get to the Nether. So I went digging. I went digging for about 2 days to get into day 16. On day 16, I finally had enough diamonds, and, well, I had the pickaxe, forgetting that I had all this obsidian that I still had. So I placed it down. It was only 9. So I went to a ruined portal and took an obsidian. Easy as that. And then I lit it up, stalled for a little bit because you know who I am, then went in. I spawned inside a cave, which wasn't the best thing ever. But after a little bit of exploring, I literally fell down a giant pit that dropped me into Soul Sand Valley. I traveled through that Soul Sand Valley for a bit, and the luckiest thing ever to happen to me happened. I found another fortress. Why am I saying that's very lucky? Because me finding a nether fortress is really hard. I never find nether fortresses. That's like the one thing I don't find. But I actually found it. I went in not as prepared as I wanted to be. Fended off a few wither skeletons. Apparently, after getting back, after gathering enough rods, after grabbing, I think, 8 rods, I found out in my inventory a sneaky little wither skull was there. That brought up the idea of going back to the nether so that I could get a wither and kill the wither. What was I thinking? I don't even remember why I thought of that. But of course that's what happened. Now with that, I had to, with that, I went down. I went back down in the nether and collected oh my gosh. I collected 2 more wither skulls. I did get up to getting the second one, but I assure you I got another after like 15 more minutes of pain. Eventually I had to get out of the nether, and I ran into a problem. I was going to try to sneak in a cheeky little cheat, but I said that was illegal. So, and it didn't even work. I probably wouldn't even work with how weird the thing is. I was going to get a second account on and help me. But I then decided to go big brain And by that I mean I went back and looked at my old recording. I found out the location of my portal, so I was able to get back alive. Blaze rods, wither skulls, everything. I got back alive. After that, I think it was day 20? Or it was day 44 when all this happened. In between time, after that, I just built a farm. I built a little farm, because might as well. And then put some beetroots in it. I went and explored multiple other villages, did one more pillager raid, then so I could get more totems. Or Taos. I could get more Taos. Then, after that, I was doing really good. I then went on, I copied the world, and then used a command block on a copy of the world. I swear it was a copy. I wasn't using cheats on the original world, because I knew I was going to get hate for faking my channel, my hardcore, even if I was like the smallest Minecraft YouTuber out there. So after going on to the copy and using the command block, I found out it was actually day 44 now. And so I spent that day training with clerics by day 48. I had a cleric who was giving me pearls, and actually I just missed a huge part of the story. Let's go back to I think it was day 20 or something, 20 something. After getting back from the whole blazes and withers thing, I got Eyes of Ender. I made a few Eyes of Ender that I could after trading with a cleric and killing Enderman. I went to a nearby stronghold that got me into day 30, I think. I think it was day 30 by the time I was in that stronghold. So I searched through that stronghold for, I think, up to day 33 or day 35, something. I didn't find anything. So I just spent the rest of the time getting gold and stuff. And eventually getting my cleric up to a high level. Now we're on to day 44. On day 44, I went to go get a treasure chest. And because of a drown, it keeps stopping me from getting up. So it was hard, I lost a couple of totems doing that. I got that, but I got the treasure chest, but that was day 48, I think. Day 45 and 46, I actually spent in a nearby swamp using the famous swamp and clay method. A method that if you find a clay patch and go 6 blocks in a direction, in the north direction, you'll almost guaranteed to find diamonds. And knowing this existed, I used it to my advantage and collected a bunch of diamonds. Not enough to get a full diamond armor set, because I was technically trying to get a netherite set before I killed the wither, but then realized that it was probably better if I just took to the diamond, which is what I'll be doing in the second part of the 100 days video. I'm literally going to be killing that wither off, hopefully finding a new stronghold and actually getting to kill the dragon. So after getting the music block, on day 50, it was day 49, the night of day 49, I went and played some music. It was actually one of my favorite discs. I think it's the blue one. Whatever that blue one is called. Whatever the blue one is called is the one I used. An image of it is most likely sitting on the screen right now, unbeknownst to me. So I played that, went into day 50, and decided to celebrate for hitting day 50, shockingly, I made a cake. And I finally have placed it on the night of day 50. Also, a little side story. While getting the diamonds, I actually had almost death encounter. I fell into lava. Shockingly, was able to build my way out of there. I did lose one of my last totem though doing that. I had lost multiple in the nether. like, literally, I went in the nether with 5 of them and came out with 1. You can tell why I hate the nether so much. Seriously. So I didn't eat the cake on day 50, but I swore to myself I would leave that cake on my brewing stand until day 100. And then I would eat it on the night of day 100 while still listening to that music again. I promised myself that was going to stay there until day 100, and it would be that way. So, that basically wraps up the first 50 days. Also, I'm going to throw up 2 more shoutouts because might as well. First up, I have my first shoutout. I think it was Oz. He inspired me to do this 100 days of Minecraft Hardcore, despite there being 1 trillion other 100 days Hardcore worlds. So I decided, why not try it out? And it took me like 10 attempts to finally get the good world that I have in this video. So, and then also shout out to Luke the Notable for literally thinking this whole thing up. I found out that he was the one who did the first 100 days Hardcore world, so it's worth mentioning his name because, well, none of us would be doing this without him. And with that, guys, thanks for watching part 1 of my Minecraft Survival Hardcore 100 days. That is a huge mouthful. I will see you guys in part 2, or I'll maybe even throw in a Fortnite video. Who cares? Alrighty, see ya.